Thomas, you moved to Zanzibar with your wife and 3 kids a couple of months ago to join the Fumba project. What made you decide to take this step?
Okay, there are 2 reasons. One is related to the business, because I believe in Africa you have really a big opportunity for development. And of course here we can be a part on creating and building a whole city, which you don't get anyway. And the second is of course private. As you said, we have 3 kids and I want to show them how is it and how it's feeling to live in countries out of Europe.
You're now taking the position of the production manager for the prefab housing factory for Fumba town development. Tell us something about your professional background.
Okay, now I can see back of 20 years work experience. As a youngster I get a work training for a carpenter, as a carpenter. After a couple of years getting work experience, I started to study wood technologies in Germany. And for the last 10 years I was working in several projects in Europe, East Asia and Africa, mostly for construction or construction management.
For Zanzibar, the prefab houses are a very new way of building houses.
Yeah.
Can you explain us what the difference is to the way houses are normally built and what the advantages are?
Okay, one big difference is even in the same time the biggest advantage, because we build not houses on site, we produce elements, house elements here in our factory. Yeah? We produce elements with a maximum measurement of 3 or 4 meters, and then if those elements are finished, we go to site and we're rising up those elements in one day. Is one house completely finished. The good thing is, of the system is, we can give you the highest guarantee of high quality. We can produce even many elements in a short time distance, and we bring industrial standards in the system, in construction systems, which you don't get in any cases. And of course you can use materials, local materials and ecological materials for the houses.
So what materials are you actually using and how is the house set up?
Okay, I don't want to go now too much in details, but just to get an overview. First of all, we build up 3 reinforcement concrete strip foundations with a level of 30 centimeters, because then you have directly a good protection against moisture and insects. On top of this foundation we put our base plate elements. They get a structure from 300 millimeters TGI beams covered by cement boards. On top we put the wall. The wall is outside cement board and inside gypsum board, and between we have 120 millimeters beams, including insulation and electrical installation. And at the last step we put on the roof elements. They are the same structure like the base plates elements, but they are covered by roof sheets.
Many people are skeptical if the house structure is really as long lasting as a brick concrete construction, and if houses are actually protected well enough against fire, humidity and insects. Can you relieve us from these doubts?
Okay, similar question I get since many years, even in Germany. People are coming to me and asking, oh, is this system really good? Is it standable because it's new system? But it's not true. You know, wooden houses, they have a really long history, more than 1,000 years. And they have during this time, they were always proof. And even the new system, what we have now here, prefab houses, it's just another name is timber frame houses. They are used standard since 200 years in the United States, in Canada, in Australia and New Zealand. And as I told you, the system of our house, fully covered outside by cement board, inside gypsum board. The elements are fully ventilated. This gives us the perfect protection against moisture, insects and fire.
Thank you, Thomas, for giving us a better understanding of the prefab houses built for Fumba town. One last question. What excites you personally about your work here and the project Fumba Town Development?
Okay, I'm really excited, as I can tell you. It's how we work all together here. All departments, even other companies, we are working really good together, hand in hand, and give us the full support for the whole project, and I never see this before in other projects.